All right, y'all, today we're going to talk about the 3 biggest mistakes I see people making in their lawns during the summer. And this is going to be for cool and warm season lawns. And the first one, it has to do with mowing. You want to make sure that you mow at the right height, and this is especially true in summer. So for most grasses, I'm talking Kentucky bluegrass, perennial ryegrass, turf-type tall fescue. Down south, we're talking about St. Augustine, Bahia grass, as well as centipede. You want to make sure to mow these grasses tall. The reason we want to mow them taller is because taller grass helps to shade the root system, the rhizosphere, where the water is, where the roots are, and that'll help to reduce evaporation. Now, zoysia and Bermuda, a little bit different. You want to keep those a little lower, 1 to 2 inches max. But with those, the reason we want to keep them lower is because we really want to encourage stolon and rhizome growth, which are runners, and those spread out and they do the same thing. The thicker runners you have, the better you're able to shade out your rhizosphere and keep that moisture in. Now, really though, with mowing, it's the height that's important, but it's really how much you take off that's more important. You never want to remove more than 1/3 of the grass blade in a single cutting. And again, that's to reduce stress on your grass. So if you have a warm season lawn, that means you're going to have to mow quite a bit more often here in the summer because this is our main growth period. Cool season lawns, your lawns are going to slow down, so you can still get away with once a week, but again, never remove more than 1/3 of the grass blade's length and mow at the proper height. Next, let's talk about watering, because what I hear often is people will say, Alan, my grass, it's brown. I can't keep it green in the summer. I'm watering every other day and I have my sprinkler system running for 15, 20 minutes every time. Well, that's the problem right there. The problem is telling me that your water is running for 15 or 20 minutes doesn't give me enough information. You see, because when it comes to grass, and again, this is all grasses, we want to follow a rule of watering deep and infrequent. Deep means 1/2 inch. You need to get down a 1/2 inch of water every time you run your sprinklers, whether you're pulling manual sprinklers or you have a system. Now, you've seen I made videos in the past where I put out a tuna can, I run a cycle, and I wait and see how long it takes to get a 1/2 inch of water in that tuna can. Sometimes it's a half hour, sometimes it could be an hour. Again, it just depends on your system or how you're watering. But that's the difference. Don't tell me you're watering for 20 minutes. It doesn't mean anything. I really need to know, are you getting down a 1/2 inch every time you do water? The deep watering encourages grass roots to follow down, and when you go down, it's cooler down there, and again, much less evaporation. Now, as far as the infrequent part, we want to spread our waterings out. You want the soil to not completely dry up in between waterings, but you definitely don't want it to remain saturated all the time. You want the grass to learn to go for a little bit without a lot of water. So water every couple, 2 or 3 days. That's typically what I say. Deep and infrequent, 1/2 inch every couple, 2, 3 days. Now, if it gets really hot and really dry where you live, then take that 1/2 inch up to 1 full inch. Again, the tuna can test will tell you this. Double up your watering, water deeper to keep the lawn green during the summer, especially during the hottest and driest parts. And the last mistake that I see, and I see this all too often, is people will find brown spots in their lawn for whatever reason. There's gonna be a brown spot here or there. It's just the way it works. And what they'll do is, as soon as they see that brown spot, they'll go buy fungicide, insecticide, and throw that down on their lawn and hope for the best. The truth is, that's a terrible practice. What you really need to do is take a step back, make sure, number one, that you have those basics in line. Have you been mowing frequently enough to only remove 1/3 of the grass blades? Are you mowing at the right height? Are you watering deep and infrequent? If you haven't got those basics down, maybe that's the cause of the brown spot. If you've got that covered, then when you do see the brown spot, go stick a screwdriver down in it. See if there's a rock down in there that could be causing you problems, or some old roots from a tree. Don't just go and throw down all the ides right away expecting something to happen. Because if the brown spot does clear up and you threw all that stuff, you really won't know what caused it and you won't know what solved it. And so when it comes along again, you're just continuing to throw spaghetti against the wall and hope something works. The idea here is to sit back, observe, watch, learn your land, and play a little detective before throwing something down. So there you go. There's the 3 biggest mistakes I see folks making in their lawn during the summer. I hope this has helped. I'll see you in the lawn.